The second thing, or the second practical tools that I'd like to challenge you to do, is to actually get involved in our purpose diagnostic tool that we've developed, that's very well researched. It's based on a lot of psychometric assessment data, valid data, reliable data, and a couple of people have also used it, and it's very, very user friendly. Again, this is the pre-work that you do to yourself, so you owe yourself to be able to actually start engaging in this. So the first step into using this diagnostic tool is you look at space one. Here you go again internally within yourself, and you can only do this exercise by yourself. I would propose probably doing this exercise very early in the morning when there's no one around. So if you're one of those early risers like myself, get up at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning once everything is quiet, and then just reflect and really go through this. And you're gonna see some light that you never realized. So space one is to really look at what you're currently performing well at, so your gifts. So look back at your reports that you've received from your manager, or any assessment results that you've had before, psychometric assessments, any feedback that you've had from clients or people around you, any compliments that you've received. What are things people complimenting you for, commenting you for? Look at your Enneagram results that we just looked at now, and I showed you a site where you can actually access those assessments for free. And obviously there are paid versions if you're looking for something like that. What do people usually ask help from you about? So what is the thing that people always constantly come up to you and say, I need help with this because I know that you're good at this. What are your skills and talents that you know from either the occupation that you do or from some of the work that you've done that you're really good at? So basically, what are you good at, right? So the second space that you need to then look into is to your pain. So now you understand that I escape my pain like there's no tomorrow, but I'm missing out a lot if I escape pain, and that's why I've learned to really sit in my pain and also understand it. Because what this box or this space will do is, if you understand your pain and you can see what you learned from your pain and what skills you've developed from that, you can now teach others how to do the same. So what was your personal pain or struggle that you have gone through directly or indirectly? Is it a divorce? Is it a loss of a child? Is it being demoted at work? Is it losing a race? Whatever it is, on the other side of that, there was a lesson or something that you learned, a key skill that developed for you. What people are you most drawn to helping out? So for me, it's women, because my background is, I come from a very strong women-led family, strong values when it comes to women, but I've also seen women who have been so much battered in their lives that they've lost sense of who they are. So I know at the top of my head, if you had to tell me which people am I drawn to, is those people that no longer believe in their self-worth and who they are. Those people I want to reach out to, even in my HR space. That's what I used to do, and help them realize their value once again. The third thing you look at is, what big challenges in the world would you like to see solved? For other people, it's global warming. For other people, it's feeding starving children. There are things, the bigger problems that you might see that your heart is drawn to. Only you can answer that question. Then the third space is really about your passion, or the things that you are really, really curious about. And here you are looking at, what do you spend hours doing without, a need of wanting to be paid for it? You do it for free because you enjoy it so much. What would you do if you were wealthy? If you were paid, you didn't have to go to an 8 kind of 9 kind of job, what would you do? Is it fashion design? Is it acting? Is it, serving others? What is it that you would do? What are you curious about? There are things that sometimes we're stupid curious about. I'm interested in dancing. I cannot dance to save my life, but I'm curious about that art, the ability to be able to move your body in different ways. That for me is amazing. What grabs your interest? What did your young version of yourself want to be? Just that childlike state. So those are the questions you would ask. And as you ask them, put them in a different basket that they belong to. So I did an example where I did for myself. So the areas that I'm interested in, that I do very well with recruitment, HR, performance management teams, HR technology, and technology in general. I'm very good. Apps, that's my playground. Organizational development, talent management, I'm very good at. Leadership development, people strategy. I'm very enthusiastic. So I got this feedback from my Enneagram assessment. I'm very enthusiastic. I'm very optimistic. That's a talent. I have the ability to garner support. I am upbeat and charismatic. I'm inventive. I'm, future oriented. I'm able to reframe pain to something that's positive. So that's my bucket of things that I already bring with me that I'm good. I'm really good at, that I've mastered over the years. Then you look at reframing your pain. What's some of the painful experience that you were able to spin, that you could learn from? Here, then you see that's a very private exercise to yourself. You list them down. If it's a divorce, you list it was a divorce, but what did you learn out of that experience to put others for yourself? It could be you learn to forgive yourself. You learned to always value whatever the case is that you might have learned from that exercise. And then just what you're passionate about, what are you curious about, what else do you love to do? So for me, I love acting, I love being creative, I like being entrepreneurial, I like dancing, I like writing, I like publishing books, I like real estate, I like coaching, speaking. I mean, for me, speaking is something I really love. I love technology, I like storytelling. Okay, so these are the three buckets that I've already put for myself. In terms of things that I'm doing, I've mastered, pain that I've been through, or struggles that I've been through, that I learned something, and things that I'm really passionate about. And what you want to do once you do that is think about each of those skills and see what kind of energy you get from each one of them. Is it a positive energy, or is it something that you're not positive about? Also, I notice patterns where you see in different buckets, things that they keep coming up over and over again. So for me, writing, being creative, your technology, being optimistic, those sort of things keep coming up. So you can see which then, what can I then do to put that into a package that would form part of my purpose. And for me, after I put everything together and my background in HR and what I've learned, is that my life purpose now is to help others bring their greatness into the world. And I do that in different ways with different skills that I've learned along the way. But my life purpose is to help others bring their greatness into this world. So you do the same exercise and see what it is that you like to do. So next time someone asks you, so what do you do? Please no, I do HR. It's not, I'm a people strategist. It is, what I do is I help others bring their greatness into the world. And